one data type. Then what are the rules for identifiers, print function, string format, and sep keyword we saw. Okay, these were the topics we covered yesterday. And assignments, if I open, these were the assignments I've given for yesterday. Okay. So anyone having any doubt from the previous days topics that we covered or from the assignments? Or we are good to, I can start with today's topic.
Yeah, Danish, could you please explain that SEP and REP at the end of this class?
Yeah,
I
sure.
was not able. The 10th question, SEP and the end
Mm.
parameter question. Yeah.
Okay,
So
sure.
I was not able to answer it.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else having any doubt, guys? Okay. And then let me open Aravind submitted assignment right now. Let's go through one of the assignments submitted. Okay. How to check the data type of any variable type, built-in function. Why is Python called dynamically type? Variable assignments can be done without specifying the data type. Python is case sensitive. How to convert string to integer data type when it will not work. We'll use this to convert. It will know the string contains characters instead of numbers. Okay. What is the use of variable function while being reference? Okay. What will be the output? So this is clear, guys. We can do multiple assignments in the same together. Like we have not seen this, but we can do it on the same line. Okay, this will work fine. So we had this. Okay. What else? Print valid. Yeah, when you are attempting this question, do mention the reason like this. Okay, valid. Why it is invalid. Okay, this one. What is the input function? Okay, what is the similarity to the name string num? Asterisk. Okay, so this particular question number 9. So this is, we are declaring 3 variables here, name, age, and height. Okay. So what is the data type of each variable, guys? Name, age, and height. So this was the question. Print all of them using single print statement separated by asterisks. Okay. So if we do print name, comma, age, comma, height, let me save this. So if you run this, guys, you see there is a space in between each variable. Okay, this space is coming because of this keyword inside this function called sep. If you don't give any value for this sep, it will print a single space. That is the default value for this. And if so in this, so if we give some value, then it will take that value. For example, here the question was uh, print all of them using a single print statement separated by asterisks. Okay, so we have to give sep equals to, and in quotes we have to give this asterisk. So we have given some value for SEP, and then instead of the default value, a single space, it is being separated by asterisk. Okay, is that clear? SEP, what is the use of SEP?
Yes, Danish.
Okay. So, and here print all of them in the same line using 3 different print statements. Okay. So this is the second part of the question. So let me copy this. So you see, if we print all the 3 variables separately, each will be printed in a new line. Okay. The reason for this is there is another special keyword argument called AND, and the default value for keyword argument is a new line. Okay. So this stands for new line here, /\n. Okay. So if you want to just like if you want to overwrite this default value, we have to give some value for AND here. So here the question was, print all of them in the same line using 3 different. So the same line, okay. So either you can give single space, or even if you don't give space, that is also fine. Okay, if you give space, then there will be one space between the variables. If you don't give any space, then all of them will stick together. So I hope this SEP and AND is clear, guys. Any doubt here? Anyone? Space in new line, it will be manually called modified according to this one. It's correct. What is the return value of print function? It is none. Okay, so today we'll see what is none also. So I hope guys it is clear till this point. Now so let me comment out these. This is fine, let it be. Let's get a new file here. So we have a sentence, okay. And in this sentence, we have my dog's name is ABC. Okay, so this is the sentence, and if I try to print this, so what would be the output of this? Sorry guys. So guys, so you see we are getting some error while running this. So what is the why we are getting this error? Can anyone tell me here?
Because of the quotes.
Because of the quotes, right? Because we have to print this. My dog's name is this, but the single quote is being terminated here. So just thinking that this is the end of the string, okay? And then S name is ABCE. Sorry, it's not able to identify what is this. S name is ABC, okay? So to handle this scenario where you are printing a string which is having a single quote inside, always use double quote for the string. Okay, then in that way, this is one way of avoiding any error. See this? Now it is getting printed. Is this clear, guys? One way. Anyone having any doubt?
No.
Okay, now there's another way of bypassing this is even if you use single quote here, you can use backslash here. Okay, so what this does, whenever we when we use sorry, this is backslash with before any character, it will be skipped. So it will be skipped. So what do you mean by this is, so whenever we use backslash, guys, before, it will, it will ignore the next character. It will take it as, it will not try to interpret it. Okay, whenever you use backslash before any character. So if you want to print this, so in this way also it can be printed, only we have to, before this inverted quotes, we have to give this backslash. Okay, this will also work fine. Okay, guys. Is this clear, guys? Everyone? Two ways. If you use backslash, you can, the next character will not be interpreted. It will not even read it. It will just print it as it is. You see this backslash is not getting printed. Okay. But what it is doing, it is also called an escape sequence. It will escape the next character. Okay, guys, is this clear? Anyone having any doubt? Backslash n and backslash t. So backslash n is for new line, and backslash c is for tab. So these, so whenever we have, for example, we saw these two, let's make one more sentence. Sentence 2 or sentence second. And here, instead of apostrophe, I give a backslash n. Okay. And if you run this now and let's print this. So, guys, if you see this last output, my dog, like before backslash n is getting printed in one line, and after backslash n from S it is getting printed on the okay. So, I'm muting everyone, guys. Those who want to speak, they can unmute themselves. And so guys, here what is happening, this whenever backslash is followed by n or t, this gives it a special meaning because backslash n stands for new line. So that is why whenever in a string we give a backslash n, automatically it will, it will take it as a new line. So that is why my dog is getting printed in one line and S name is ABC is getting printed on the next line. Okay. Similarly, if we have a backslash t, so this is for this stands for tab. So when we run this, you see there will be a gap between. This is just a keyboard tab, what is present here. Okay. So backslash, we saw there can be two uses of backslash when it is used inside a string. First use is here, it can be used as a escape sequence, that it will escape the next character after backslash. But if backslash is followed by n or t, then it will have some other meaning inside that string. Okay, so is this clear, guys, to everyone? Anyone having any doubt in this? These are also called control codes. Control codes. Backslash n, backslash t. There will be few more characters that has some special meaning, but mostly we'll encounter this only, backslash n, backslash t. So I hope this is clear, guys. Anyone having any doubt in this?
No, Danish.
Okay. This is done. Now, what else do we have here? Now we'll just see. This is a common interview question for the. It is like for the freshers, mostly they will ask. Okay, swapping of two numbers. Swapping of two numbers. Okay, so we have a number here, a equals to 10 and b equals to 20. Now we need to swap this, guys. So how can we do it? Anyone? I want a to be 20 and b to be 10. How can we do this, guys?
We have to take another variable and use the three of them to swap the values.
Okay, that's right. We can see that. So let's take another variable called temp. Okay. What next needs to be done?
B, a equals to b.
Yeah. And what next to be done? Next.
B equals to temp.
So is this correct, guys? Will this work? Can I run this? Am I missing anything?
You need F string, right? In this case.
All right. I was testing, guys. We have to give an F here, right? Okay, now I hope it is fine. Let me run this. So the swapping is successful, guys. Before swapping the value of A is 10 and B is 20, after swapping the value of A is 20 and B is 10. So what exactly are we doing these days? Let's try to understand this. A is 12. Okay, here we have an example, this one. So A was 12 initially, guys, and B was 24. Was that the value? No, 10, 20 in this case. A is 10, B is 20. So what we did, guys, we made temp equals to A. So what was the value in temp when we make temp equals to A? it became, what was the value of A, guys? What will be the value here? A is 10. When we say temp equals to
10.
Yeah.
Value of temp is 10.
The value of temp will be 10. Okay. Then what we did, guys, we did A equals to B. So B was 20. Now we are assigning this B to A, right? So what will be the value of A after this statement? A equals to B.
20.
20. Okay, so temp is 10 now, and A is 20 now. And then we did B equals to temp. What is the value of temp?
10.
10. So this is the way it is working. Is this clear to everyone? Anyone having any doubt in this? How we are using a temporary variable and swapping it? See, programming is basically logic building. You have to solve problems using any programming language. Syntax is fine. Syntax you will learn, but main thing is problem solving skills. That is very important to learn while learning programming, any programming language. Okay. So we have to understand these small things. Then only we can solve bigger problems. So I hope this is clear to everyone. Anyone having any doubt in this?
No.
Okay. Thank you for the confirmation. Let's go back. Now I want to swap. This is one way what we did using a temp variable. There are many more ways of doing it. Let's see some more ways of doing this. Some other ways. So let's consider A as a separate line. So let's segregate the two. Print this to 20 times. Fine. Now let's take it. A is 35 and B is 15. And I want to swap these two numbers with some arithmetical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So anyone wants to help me out with this? How can we do it without using? So this is without using a temp variable. Anyone wants to try? So what will be the value of A after this operation?
$50.
What will be the value of B, guys, after this?
$20.
No, don't see this. This is over. This is the value A and B. What will be the value, guys, of B after this operation?
35.
Yep, that's correct, 35. And then we are going to do this. What will be the value of A?
15.
Yep. So in this way also we can do the same thing, swapping of two numbers without using a temporary variable. So if you run this now, so before swapping the value of A is 35 and B is 15, after swapping the value of A is 15 and B is 35. Okay, I hope this is clear, guys, everyone. Anyone having any doubt in this? How do we swap two numbers? First, we saw how do we swap two numbers using a temp variable. Then we saw swapping of two numbers with arithmetic operation without using temp variable. I hope this is clear to everyone, guys. Anyone having any doubt? Yes, no?
No.
Okay. But Python is offers a very good shortcut of doing of swapping two numbers without doing this these many statements. Okay. In a single statement, we can write A comma B equals to B comma A. Okay. This will swap the two numbers. Okay, this is a shortcut, and many interviewers, they will test you whether you know this or not. That's not even if you are not able to answer this, not a big deal, but they will just test you, how do you swap two numbers? They will see whether you are using this, about this feature or not. Swapping after swap. I hope this is clear, guys. Anyone having any doubts?
So does it work for all data types or is it just for integers?
This A comma B, because it works for any data type. Like these arithmetic operations were for integers, but this is for anything. Like for example, even if we have here, suppose name equals to Sam and name 1 equals to Arvind. Okay, let's swap these two. Name 1, name 1. Here. Okay, let's run this. I hope there's no error. Yep. So before, why it is showing A? Oh, we have not. Anyways, that is fine. Before swapping the value of A is Sam and B is Arvind. After swapping the value of A is Arvind and B is Sam.
Okay, yeah, got it.
Okay. Okay, so we have seen swapping of two numbers. Fine. Now let's. So far what we have covered. Let me just remember. So day 2, we repeated and swap. After that, we saw this control codes, right? \n and \t inside string. And also this / can be used as a escape sequence. This thing we saw, and then we saw swapping of two numbers. Fine. Now let's see for this input. If I have this assignment open, input is it? Yeah. So you see, guys, here input. So here what we are doing, guys, see, first we are taking input entire. Okay, just I remembered, someone was facing some problem with input statement. He pinged me in WhatsApp. I don't know the name. So is there anyone from who is present in this meeting who was facing this problem with input function? He pinged me. I think he's not present. Fine. So in this case, guys, so initially name is we are using only input. Edge, what we are doing, we're using int, and for height we're using float. So can you tell me, guys, why why we are converting this to int and why we are converting this to float? Like how is this working? And why we are not changing anything in the first statement? Name we are not using str, but only for edge and height we are using int and this height, int and float.
Because of typecasting, we want to convert that string into integer value.
Okay, we want to convert the string into integer. So you mean to say, so by default, input function will convert it into this, right? It will take input.
Yes.
So string. So basically, this is a string value, and we are converting this to an integer. Similarly, this is a string value. We are converting this to a float. That's good, and then we are printing it. Okay. Now, see. So input is a function. Input is a function. How do we know it is a function? Because it has to be used with this opening and close bracket. This indicates that this is the function. Okay. And we can also have input, like suppose A equals to input. If we do this, even if you don't give any value inside, any string value. Okay. So what is going to happen, guys? Are we missing something? No, I don't think so. Okay. So what will be, will this work, guys? Anyone? A.
Yes.
Yes.
There's some other issue here. Let me close this. Okay. Are we not closing this sprint? My name is this height is oh. Where is our output window? Enter your name. Sam, enter your age, 23, enter your height. 0.8. And then you see there's a cursor blinking, guys, there. Okay. Cursor blinking, so that means the input function that we used here, it is asking for some input. Okay, whatever input we'll give, it will print it. So let me give something like Samir and hit enter. So it printed this. Okay. So this this string value that we pass inside input function, that is optional. Okay, but it is better to use because you will understand, right, what you have to give. Otherwise, there will be a blinking one, so there might be a confusion. Okay. So I hope this is clear, guys, to everyone. Anyone have any doubt in this?
No.
Okay. So I don't know your name. So if have you fixed that problem, input problem that you are facing? What's a good name, sir? Don't want to speak? Okay, no issues. Fine. So we are printing this. Yeah. So similarly, if you see, guys, this print is also a function, right? Can anyone tell me why print is a function? Print is also a function. Why? Because we are using this brackets, right? So that is why print is also a function. And so we can assign some value for print also. For example, let's say result. Okay. And if we print this result, like input, it was returning a string and assigning to this variable. Okay. Print, let's see what it is assigning to this result. Okay. Let me run this. Asking some inputs. Let me give 23. Okay. But what is the output? There is none. Okay. This is return type of print function. We receive type and then this result. And let's save and run this. Comment out this. So what is the return type of print function, guys? Is none type. Okay. So what is none type? So there's this is, you can say this is another data type, like in float and all, but it stands for null value. Okay. This none none is for null values. That means this print function is not returning anything. Okay. But this input function was returning a string. Okay, so this print function, it is not returning anything. Okay, that is why we get a none value. None is nothing like we have null in other programming languages. Null, that is equivalent. We don't have null here. We have none in this. Okay.
Is there any other value for null in Python? I mean, is it associated with anything else?
No, none is only for only this null. Only none we have. If it's not returning any value, it will show you none. There's no other value. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Okay, guys. Any other question, guys? Anyone have any doubt about this return, this none value which print function is returning? Fine. So yes.
One question.
Yes.
So basically, return is used in cases of like when a function is defined and if that has to return something or we have to get something from that function, is it?
Exactly, correct. Yes. So once we, so these are all built-in predefined functions that is available. Input, this is the print. Okay. So once we start learning about functions, user-defined functions, there we will see where like how we can return values. We can also avoid returning any value. Then it will be more clear.
Okay.
Okay. Right. So this is clear now. Oh, now, yeah, we have something called, so what, we have something called Boolean values, okay, Boolean. Boolean values, and it either gives true or false. For example, if I give here A as true, no, this true is not working. We have to give this true. Yeah, P should be capped. Huh? First letter should be capped. Then only it will take it. Otherwise, it will take it as a normal value. So A is true if we print type of A is type of A. Let me comment out this. I don't want to run these again and again. So this, guys, I think I have not spoken about this multi-line comment. Okay, so it is, some people call it a multi-line comment. Okay, some will say this is the string only. We have seen yesterday there are three ways of defining a string, either in single quote or double quote, or we in when it is expanding over multiple more than one line, we use triple quotes. Okay, so you can use triple quotes. It will take this as a string and it will not do anything with this. Okay, and we can also call it as a multi-line comment using triple quotes. Okay, so I have commented out this entire thing, and let me run this now. So if you see, the type of A is class bool. Okay, so bool here stands for Boolean. Class. Okay. So if I see, so this true is coming in orange color. If I make this T as small case, and if we run this, so it is thinking, what is this true? Is this any variable? It is not able to understand this. Okay, so we have to use a capital. Same case for false also. The first letter should be in caps. Then it will take it as a this Boolean false. Okay. I hope this is clear, guys. Boolean, you can have only two values, true or false. Fine. Now we will see about. So we are clear with these variables. Int, float, str. What else we saw? None, bool. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. There's a lot more to cover in strings. In strings we will cover in details in the upcoming classes. I've just introduced how to declare a string, but there are many things we can do with string that we will see in the upcoming classes. Okay. Now we are going to see about operators. Okay. So operators, we have arithmetic operators. We have for addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. This is for exponential, and then what else we have? This is for integer division. Okay, so let's take two variables, A as 10 and B as 5. Okay. And let me print A plus B. Minus B, A multiplied by B, A divided by B. What else we have? We have A to the power B. Have this. So this will give you the
Reminder?
not the reminder, only the integer value. For example, if we change this to 3, then if we do 10 by 3, it will give me 3 point something, but this will only give you 3. Okay, and we have something called for reminder. This is the one. Okay, let's see this. Run this. And let's print out this also. A is A and B is B. So A plus B is 13, A minus B is 7, A into B is 30, A by B is 3 dots, how many dots, and A to the power B is 10 to the power 3000. A mod B is giving 13. Why is this 13? This we have to see, and this gives you the reminder, okay? A mod B, 10 mod 3, so 1. But only problem is this one, A by B is giving you 1, 3. Have we not changed A plus B there, I think? Yes. Okay, now if we run this, now you see it is giving me only the integer value for this. So is these operations clear, guys, to everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Now this is clear. I have one statement here. I would request guys who are not speaking, they can go on mute. We mute all. Those who want to speak, they can unmute themselves. So 2 into 4 plus 5 mod 4 and reminder of let's say 2 again, and then subtract 10 here and then multiplied by 6. So in this case, guys, what will be the output? What do you think? What rule it should follow? Whether it will do multiplication first or addition first or floor division.
BODMAS rule.
So let's see BODMAS rule. BODMAS. So there is no bracket. So if we give bracket, then obviously here also bracket will be executed first. Okay. So now suppose I have given this in bracket. So what should happen as per BODMAS rule? in the next statement, we will have something like this. 2 into 4 plus 5 by 4 mod 2. What will be the value of this, guys?
2.
No, this will give you the reminder, right?
0.
Oh, yeah.
If you see the output here, yes, A mod B. Here's the reminder. So this will be 0. So it's better not to do this. Let's make it as 3. Okay. Then we will get 1 here. And then minus 10 and star 6. Okay. Then what is there in BODMAS?
Multiplication.
Multiplication. Okay. So 2 into 4 gives you 8. So which multiplication will be happening first?
It comes from left to right.
Left to right. Okay.
The interpreter. Yeah.
8 plus 5 by 1 minus 10 into 6. Oh, sorry, into 6 left to right. Now, so let's do it together only. 10 star 6 will give you 60 here, right? Okay. Next, what is there?
Addition.
We have this floor division here.
Yes.
Okay, so 8 plus, anyway, it will give you 5 only, right? Minus 60. So what will be the final value? 8 plus 5 is 13. 13 minus 60 will give you minus 47. Okay. As per BODMAS rule. This will be coming to 1347 minus 47. Let me save and run this. Oh, exactly. It follows BODMAS rule. Okay. Fine. Here, in our case, we have the sheet. Though in this, in Python, we don't have any such BODMAS rules. We have this thing. Okay. There are two things to note here. One is precedence and one is associativity. Okay. So these operators, this is by luck, this is by sheer luck that we got the same output what we will get using BODMAS. Okay. But if you see here, these operators are all having the same precedence. Okay. So like in BODMAS, you have like this, right? First will be multiplication, then division. But in Python, if multiplication and division both are having the same precedence, multiplication, division, quotient, and float division. Okay. So if they're having the same precedence, for example, let's say in this result, we have something called 12 by 2. Okay. Now, this division, multiplication, this modulus sign, and this floor division, and this multiplication, all are having the same precedence. Okay, at the same level. Now, then which one will be executed first? That will be determined by associativity. So here, just like he said in BODMAS, left to right. So here also it will go left to right. Okay. So in this case, what will happen? So first, it will do 12 by 2. Okay, that is 6. Okay, then we will have 6 into 4, rest are same. Okay, and then it will see again, okay, we have multiplication of the same precedence and 6 into this one happened plus 5, and these are as it is. Okay, we are not doing it. It will not be done on the same line. It will do this after executing the first one. 3 minus 10. Okay, next it will see, okay, we have multiplication, same precedence, this also same precedence, this also same precedence, this also same precedence. Okay, so what it will do, it will left to right, first it will be doing this. Okay, so 6 into 4 will give you 24. So 24 plus 5, and then after mod we have this. Okay, now it will see, okay, plus is of lower precedence, plus minus is coming in second. Okay, still we have these operators, so it will first execute this. So it will go here, it will see, okay, this is having but I made a mistake here. I will tell you what. So this we are doing now. Let's remove this bracket for the time being. Let's assume there is no bracket here. So bracket will be executed first. It is on even above this multiplication division. Okay, brackets will always be executed first. So here I just messed it out. Okay, now we have something like this. So this division is also this division, this modulus, and this star. They are all having the same precedence. Okay, which is higher than addition and subtraction. So it will do, okay, this is left to right. So 5 floor division by 4. So this will give you what, guys? 24 plus, what will be the value of this? Five floor. It will only give you the integer, like the floor value, not after decimal. Okay, so this will be 1 here. Okay, mod 3 minus 10 into 6. So now it will see, okay, addition, but still we have these operators. These are of higher precedence, and it is going to execute this first. One modulus of 3. What will be the value of this, guys? 1 mod of 3. What will be the quotient here? What will be the quotient? Will it not be 1? I hope you guys are understanding, or I'm just speaking just like that. What will happen now, guys? Which operation?
Multiplication.
Correct. Minus 60. Okay. Now plus addition and subtraction are of the same precedence. So whatever comes first, so 24 plus 1, 25. And 25 minus 60. The value would be minus 35. So is this clear, guys, to everyone? What is precedence and what is associativity? We saw something called precedence and associativity. Okay. Brackets, anything in bracket will always be executed first. Okay, is this clear, guys?
Yes. Yes, Danish.
Okay. Now, okay, this is clear. Now, in these outputs, okay, these many output. So we are giving A 10, this is an integer value, B as 3, this is an integer value. Okay. We'll just observe for what is the data type of the output that we are getting among these operations. Okay. If we run this, so A plus B, guys, is giving me an integer value, right? So all are giving me integer value, only there is one exception here, which is this one, A divided by B. Okay, which is giving me a float value. So always remember this rule, any arithmetic operation between two integers will always result in an integer except for division. Guys, I hope this is clear. So if we have 10.6 and 3.4, so we have two float values. So what will be the data type of the result, guys? A plus B, what will be the data type of this? A plus B? Okay, let's see this. We will run this. So you see, all are float, right? All are float. So just keep in mind about this only one thing. Only in case of division, only in case of division for integer values, the value will be a float. Otherwise, whatever is the value of the input data type, the result will also be of the same data type. I hope it's clear, guys. This one.
Yes, Danish.
Okay, so this is clear. So this we saw, this was like arithmetical operators. Okay, there are different types of operator. When we are assigning something like this, A equals to 12. Okay, this is called assignment operator. Equals to, this equals to is an assignment operator. Okay, and this value 12, this value what we are giving here, it's called a, in technical term, it is called a literal. Okay, and here since this is an integer value, so this is an integer literal. It could be string, it will be a string literal. Okay, guys. So this is an assignment operator, A equals to 12. Now I want to increase the value of A by 1. I want to increase the value of A by 1. How can we do this, guys?
A is equals to A plus 1. No?
This right? So we're going to learn here. This is, let's say this operators. Okay, so this is one way of doing it. Okay, this another way of doing the same thing is a plus equals to 1. Okay, and if I run this, what is the value, guys, now?
14.
Yep. So this what we are doing, we are combining this equals to and plus sign. This is basically, this is a short form for a equals to a plus 1. Okay. And this type of operators, you can call it as augmented assignment operator. Though this name is not that important, but understanding this thing is important, because you will see in many codes, they will, instead of writing like this, they will write it like this. Okay. Similarly, you can do it like this also. A minus equals to 1. Similarly, you can do this for although this is not big, because anything multiplied by 1, it can be any other value also. You can combine this with on the different operators that we have. Okay, so the short form is clear. How do we write this? I hope it is quite straightforward. So there is nothing much to add. So so far good, guys.
Yes, Danish.
Okay. So fine. Next we will see some relational operators. So in relational operators, we have this greater than sign, less than sign, greater than, equal to, less than, equal to. For example, we have A as 10 and B as 20. And these relational operators, they return a Boolean value. Okay? The result will be a Boolean value. So suppose you have your bank balance as 10,000 and you are trying to withdraw 20,000. Okay, so in this case, internally, when you go to ATM, you give your withdraw amount 20,000. It will check your account, whether what is the balance, right? So it will check whether your withdraw amount is greater than bank balance. Okay. We'll check this before allowing you to withdraw the money. So in this case, what will be the value of this result? These are relational operators. You can call it relational operators, or you can call it as, comparison operators. So if we run this, so we are getting true withdraw amount is greater than bank balance. Okay, because 20,000 is greater than 10,000, so we're getting a Boolean value. You see, we're getting it true. And if we want to see the type of this, what is the type of this result? Save this amount. It belongs to class bool. Okay. Now suppose I reduce the, so this we're getting Boolean values, guys, and suppose I reduce the withdraw amount, 10 I have removed. So now what will be the value in result, guys? False. Withdraw greater than false, right? It's not greater than, it's less than. It's false. So what if we give equal amount, 10,000 here and 10,000 here? What will be the value now, guys? True or false? Both are equal.
True.
Equals withdraw greater than bank balance. It's not greater than, na? Why should it return true? What if we give less than? True or false?
False.
What if we give less than equal to? So less than equal to, this will compare two things. Okay, less than equal to will compare, we'll check either less than or equal to. Okay, so whenever there's an or, so first we will check less than, no, false, or equal to. Okay, it is equal to. So this condition is getting satisfied. Okay, so here it will return a true. Similarly, if we give greater than equal to, it will return a true. Is this clear, guys? So greater than equal to is nothing but withdraw greater than bank balance, or
Equal
withdraw
to bank balance.
equals to bank balance. Oh, I have not written this equals to. This is also a comparison operator, right? Right. So it's an or condition. So if one is true, it will give you a true. Okay. If we remove this or condition and we give an and condition, then what will be the output, guys? True or false?
False.
False, right? Because in and condition, if one of the condition is false, it will give you a false. So this or and, these are called logical operators. and not. Okay, not. For example, this result, this is a false. Okay, if you do a not of result, it will just inverse the value. If it's true, it will make it false. If it is false, it will make it as true. Is this clear, guys, to everyone? Anyone having any doubt in this?
Yes.
Are we clear? Can we move to the next topic? Okay, no answers means I hope you guys are clear. So now we will see.
Sorry, Danish. I didn't get you. What is the not here? I missed this part.
Not will just it will just reverse the value. If it is true, it will make it false. If it is false, it will make it true.
Oh, got it. Thank you.
Okay. True, it will make it false. False will make it true. Right. So I hope this is clear, guys.
Yes.
Okay. Now there's
Yes,
a question like this. Python is platform independent. Or Python is a compiled or interpreted language. Let's see how internally thing works for Python, because this can be a question in interview. So let's discuss on this a little bit. Okay, so right now what we are doing is when I am writing my code here, I am just saving it as .py Python file. Okay, so it's a .py file, and we are executing this, and we are seeing the output. Okay, this is the execution that we see. We save it, we run it, execute it, fine. But what happens internally? So internally, you see there are two more things that is coming into picture. There are two more things. These other things. These two things. What is happening? Why it becomes blue? Anyways, let me remove this. Yeah. So these two things, guys. We are writing the code that we are writing in .py file. It's called source code. Okay. And what happens internally, we have something called Python compiler. That when you install Python after downloading, so that gets installed, right? So with that software, there's something inbuilt in that is called compiler that comes when you install it. Okay. So internally, it will compile this file, .py file to .pyc file. So one of my participants, he was telling me there was an interview question like, what are these .pyc files? Okay. What this .pyc? What is? What is .pyc file in Python? Okay. Normally, when we save our program, we save it in a .py file. So internally, what happens, guys? First, it will convert this to a .pyc file. Okay, that this is nothing but this is called this .pyc file. Whatever the code will be there, that is called bytecode. The source code gets converted to bytecode. Okay, so once we get the bytecode, okay, then what happens? then comes the Python there's something called Python virtual machine. Okay. What is the use of this Python machine? It will convert this bytecode into machine code. Okay. Machine code is like a language that the machine computer will understand. Okay. That is what they understand. They understand, in bytes, whatever you gave it, zeros, ones, or any, it can be in binary or hexadecimal, any format, but it understand only bytes. Okay. So, so this interpreter will convert these bytes into this machine code. Okay. And then this machine code is like executed and we see the output. So if you just, I will just walk you through this. So, so what makes Python platform independent is once this is compiled to this .pyc file, that is bytecode, this bytecode can be run. So I am writing a program in Windows. I have a Windows system. I am writing this program and I have converted this .py file to .pyc file. Okay. Now I can share this file with a person who is running a different operating system. It might be a Linux or a Mac. So if we provide this code, so it will be able to execute it without the need of again, compiling. So after compilation, that the code that we get, that is called bytecode, and the format for that is .pyc. And this file can be used by any operating system. So this makes Python platform independent. First part. Is this clear to everyone? Source code to bytecode, and this bytecode can be executed by any operating system. This makes Python platform independent. Any doubt here, guys? Okay, no doubt me. So, so I hope I answered this question. What is now you understood what is .pyc file? Okay, that is the compiled when the Python code is compiled internally, we get a .pyc file. Okay, and this .pyc file can be executed in any system. That makes it platform independent. Okay. Now what happens? So once we get this bytecode, then this Python virtual machine. Okay. You see this run using this bytecode to machine code is being done by this Python virtual machine. So after converting it, it will send it to machine code and send this code to the computer processor for execution. Okay, and to do this conversion, this Python virtual machine comes with an interpreter. Okay, so that is why many many people they say that Python is an interpreted language, but that is not actually the case. So because we know that internally this compilation is also happening. Okay, but generally what we see, directly we are coding and we are running it. We are seeing this is being interpreted. Okay, but in the hood, this compilation also happens. Okay, guys, this is how this internal execution of Python works. I hope this is clear to everyone, guys. So they in interviews they might ask you this question. That is why I wanted to explain this part to you guys. Anyone having any doubt in this?
So I had a question.
Yes.
So you said once it becomes bytecode, it could be used on any operating system.
Correct.
But say we have a Python code written on Windows and you send it to Linux or any other operating system, it is still going to be .py file, right? So again,
no. You can compile it and send it as a .pyc file. So example, if you see, these are .py files. Okay, Now I want to compile, so this compilation is being done internally that we are not able to see, but there are a few commands with the help of which you can yourself convert this. Okay. Let me try this. If I remember the exact command, I will be able to do it right now only. Let me try this. So open this command prompt. Okay, day 2, let's take any file name, for example, input. Okay. Input is a file name. So what is the command? It is, I think, Python -m. And then py underscore compiled. Compiled. And then the file name. What is the file name? Input.py. I hope this is the code. Okay, so we have ran this. It did not give us any error. Now, if we go back to our folder and let's look at this. Are we seeing that file? So you see this. So this folder got created. Py cache. Okay. If I open this, and do you see this? This is the name of the file input. Okay. And this is and the format for this is, if you go to properties for this, so it's a .pyc file. Okay. Now this program, now this file, you can share it across to any person using any operating system, and they have some command directly they can run this compiled file. So you will be saved with, and if you open this command, this one, this is a notepad now. So they so there are many things that we are not, because this is a binary, right? So we are not able to, this notepad is not able to interpret this. Okay. Now we have some command which they can run this directly, this .pyc file.
Okay.
Okay.
So basically, say the ID that we install that has the compiler inside. Correct. And once you convert it into a bytecode, which is automatically being done when we are doing it on an IDE. So what is an interpreter there? Is it also something present inside the software, or?
Yes, this Python virtual machine, right? That is also internally present.
Okay.
When we install Python now, so you will see there are separate options for this Linux and Mac and all. So for that particular operating system, it will install these things.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Okay. So anyone else having any doubt, guys, about this internal execution? Are we clear with this?
Yes, Danish.
Okay. Coming back to the main, sometimes people ask these questions in the interview, so it's better we have a clarity there. Okay. So we have seen so far, what have we seen? Operators, we saw arithmetic operators. Seen relational operators. We have seen what else? Relational, logical. Assignment, augmented assignment. Fine. Now we will see about our if-else condition. For example, if in this case, only in this case, we see result, right, withdraw amount. So to check any condition, guys, because programming language is all about condition, right? If this is true, then do this, else do this. This you will see, like, this is a very common thing in any, program that we write. So in this case, in this program that we will write, we will first check whether the person who is withdrawing the amount from the ATM, it should not be, the withdraw amount should not be greater than this balance, bank balance or account balance, then is should be greater than account. If it is greater, then show an error message that you don't insufficient balance. Insufficient balance. And if it is less than, then if it is my withdraw amount is less than account balance, then what shall we do? We will do account balance. We will say you are good to go. You are good to withdraw. Okay. So let's say we have this 10,000 and 10,000. Let's make it 1,000. Withdraw amount is 1,000. So we'll just check if withdraw amount is less than the bank balance. Then we give a colon and you hit enter. So automatically you see the cursor, it has left some space on the left, like empty spaces. Okay. So this is something what that is called. I will tell you. This is called indentation. Okay. If it is less than, then just give them a message. You are good to withdraw. Okay. This is the first condition. Something called indentation. Okay. So print bye-bye. So guys, these two statements, okay. You see for these two statements, there is some space in here. Okay. This is called indentation. And with the help of this, we can understand that these two statements are part of this if block. Okay. Now you see this third statement, print. This is outside the if block. How do we know outside the? How do we know it? Because it has not maintained that same indentation. Okay. Anything to be part of this if condition, any statement, we have to maintain this indentation. Okay, so in this case, if withdraw is less than, yes, it is less than, it will print all these three, and again it will print this. This is this statement will be executed only if this is true. It returns a Boolean true. Okay, so let me run this. You are good to withdraw bye-bye inside if block, outside the if block. Okay. Now suppose let's make this withdraw amount greater than bank balance. Now what will happen, guys? It will check, is this true? No. So it won't execute all these three steps which is inside if block. It will only execute this outside the if block. Okay, so depending on this condition, it is either it will either enter this block, or it will not enter this, or it will not enter this block. It will come outside. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, Danish.
So else condition, when we are applying an else condition, last statement I'm talking about. So if you are applying print outside of the if condition, okay, yeah, that one. So yeah, so it means that this last statement is else condition, right?
No, that is for else also. So else you have to give a colon and you have to maintain this space. Then only this will be a part of else. That is outside if and else, the last statement.
So intentionally we are writing that, right?
Yes, we are
Outside.
intentionally doing it. Yes, just to show.
Okay, thanks for that.
Okay. So it can enter either if block or else block. That does not matter, but like irrespective of if else, this last statement will be executed because this is neither part of if nor part of else. It is part of the main program. Okay. So it entered else block because this is false. So whenever we have only two conditions, we will use if or else, right? There are only two conditions. Either it can be greater than or it can be less than. Okay. And then this statement is outside this. So can you guys tell me, can there be a no, not here. Yeah. So we can give some condition here. If we draw, if instead of this, if I give this as true, then what will happen? Which block it will be entering, if block or else block, guys? Or it will give me an error. What do you think?
Error.
No answers?
Error.
Error? Okay.
I didn't get this, Danish.
I
The
just
last.
I removed this condition. Initially, I was
Okay.
checking. I just gave a true here. So I was asking whether it will enter if block or else block. If you give true here.
Okay, Danish.
Okay, because what is happening, guys? We are giving this statement. Okay, this less than. But what is the output of this? Either a true value or a false value. Right? So what I am doing, I am removing this condition. I am directly returning the result what they will give. Suppose it will give me true. Then what will happen? It will enter the if block. Okay. And if I give here false, then what will happen, guys? Will it enter this if block or this block? Else block? Which one?
Else block.
Correct. It will enter the else block. In else block. Is this clear, guys, to everyone? If false, if true.
So is it like an override? So there is no condition it is checking to, it's just checking if it is true or false, and then based on it, it gets executed.
Correct. Even if we give some condition, then internally it will either come to a true or false, right?
Yeah.
For example, here you see result. Okay. So instead of false, I can directly give result. What result is contained? It will either have true or false, right?
Yeah.
If you see this result here, it's a Boolean value we are having. So if we give result, we are giving true or false. So I'm just giving in normal in programming, we won't be using this, but just in some code snippet, if you see like this. So just not to be confused, we'll always give the condition only in this if block. We will never give true and false. But in case someone asks, might be in the interview and all, then you should be knowing this. Okay.
Okay.
What if I give if one? If one.
Is it gonna show error?
No, it will take it as true. It will enter the if block. See, in if block. If you give 0, it will enter the else block. It will take it as the false. Okay. This is for integer value. What about float? If we give 1.3, in if block, what if we give 0.0 in else block? Okay, so we'll just mention a few points here. Any non-zero value will be considered as true. Okay, in if condition. And any zero value will be considered as false. Is it clear, guys? Anyone have any doubt on this?
No.
Name. Let's have a name. Sam. I'm giving her name. Okay. If name. Which block it will enter? If or else?
If?
Yes, if block it will enter in if block. But if we give a string which is a null, there's no value in this. If we give this one, then this is going to enter the else block. Okay. So for string also, if it is an empty string is false. Non-empty string is true. Okay. These are just little bit tricks and some tricky questions you will see here and there, just to that we are aware of these kind of things. That's why I'm showing these things. Okay. So I hope we are good, guys. In this indentation if block, we have to maintain this indentation to show that this is part of if block. Okay. Now, if we have multiple conditions, then we have something called if else if is there or if is there, else if. For example, let's go back to a problem here. Withdraw amount. Withdraw is if withdraw is less than bank balance, and then it is in if block. Else if, let's see, we have other condition. Withdraw this one. Greater than bank balance. And we have another condition. If we draw less than, if we draw greater than, else if, let's see, we are checking if withdraw amount equals to 0, then we will print enter valid amount. Okay, last condition can be, so whenever there's a last condition, okay, this can fall into 1, 2, 3, 4 categories. 3 categories we have shown this. 4th category, we don't need to mention that condition, we can write it in last block. Okay, like this print. What can be the 4th condition? let's say withdraw amount equals to your account balance. Okay, account balance, if you withdraw if you withdraw your account balance, you withdraw your account balance will be 0. Okay, so this is a multi-line string here, spanning to more than one line. We can give a triple quote here, then that should also be fine. Why this is not moving away? Okay, so let me run this. Expected a colon where we are mixing. We missed colon anywhere, or else if fine. Is it elif? Yeah, this is not else if, guys. Else if is another programming language. I think it is elif. Short form for else if. Okay. So multiple conditions we can check it by using elif. So is this clear to everyone, guys? So we are done with today's topic. So what have we covered today? We did rational, and then we have just checked if and else elif. Any doubt, guys, on the topics that we covered today or in this program? Anything? Any other doubts? Else we are good to wrap up the session.
Yeah, actually today I have joined it. Yesterday class I missed it. So content wise, like this course is sufficient for Python developer. Shall I keep it resume? Because of I'm having around 7+ years of experience in testing. Okay, so I want to keep at least 3 to 4 years on Python. So is it sufficient?